Hello and welcome to this grudge match between myself and X-Nihilio, who's changed his name again, but rest assured this is X-Nihilio. And first let's explain why it's a grudge match. So why is this a grudge match? For that you'll have to see my second drama PowerPoint presentation. So if you haven't seen the last drama PowerPoint presentation, here is the summary. So what happened this time? This was actually the second time I played this game against X-Nihilio. And as you can clearly see from the picture in the bottom right, I was about to win last time. I'm blue, obviously, I'm about to win. And then his game quote-unquote crashed just as I was about to win. So naturally we had to have a rematch. I of course asked the people in the stream, the game was streamed the first time, if I was going to win, and sadly X-Nihilio got to them first and paid them all off and rigged the vote. Count those votes. And he also paid actors to astroturf and spread disinfo, such as this man, Chris Tater, who said that I wouldn't have won, even though I obviously would have won. As you can see, I was winning. I was literally just about to win. Now, just as an aside, X-Nihilio can't tell the time. This makes me irrationally angry, or rationally angry. What's going on with the American education system? He doesn't understand what +1 or +2 means on GMT +1 and +2. He doesn't understand what daylight saving time is, and he doesn't even know his own time zone. Come on, Americans, what's going on? So I always like to finish with a quote, and this one is by George S. Patton. And he said that this video is unironically sponsored by MS1 Wallets. Would you like a minimalist RFID blocking wallet? Check the first link in the description. These wallets ship to any country in the world which has Amazon, and there's lots of styles to choose from. I'm a proud owner of one of these wallets. I just chose the black one because I'm boring. And as you can see, it's about half the size of my old wallet, and that's why I use it. RFID blocking is actually a useful feature. There's a popular scam in the UK where you'll be in a crowd and some guy just goes around with a contactless card payment machine with a boosted sensor on it and just holds it near you while you're not paying attention and steals all your money. And £27 is stolen per minute in fraudulent contactless payments in the UK, and that data's old, so it'll be higher now. So you should get one, even if it's not this specific one. So thank you for listening to my PowerPoint presentation. Are there any questions? Right, so with that out of the way, I would like to point out that for the rematch, we did not do a redraft, and I made sure that it was exactly on the same sides as last time, so everything's the same. And we'll go through the deployments and then we'll cast the game. So I'm playing 8th ID and I'm sending an LRS up to here. I have a recon helicopter just checking things out, and behind that I have lots of other people, so let's zoom in. So you need a CV, obviously, because you can cap 3 zones at the start for a total of +6 with this CV, so you really need to get that. And then I'm having just a holding pattern, basically with Rangers and Military Police M67, just going to these buildings. So this is one of the Rangers. I think this is a Ranger. Oh no, yeah, I think the Ranger was going to here. No, this was the Ranger, and then, yeah, 3rd Ranger who was going to there, so I was right. And then a Military Police M67, so I'll cover this side, and another one to cover this side. Behind that, some engineers Dragon. And they're going to here, Chaparral, and then supply for the Chaparral, of course, and supply for these guys in here. 2 more LRS. One's going to here, one's going down to here. Over on the right, basically the map is red side favoured here because red gets to the town before you do. So I basically just gave up the town. I thought I'm playing against forward deployment division. There's no way I can beat him to it anyway, because he would get there first anyway, and he's forward deployment, so I basically got no chance, so I basically ceded the town. We'll see if that was a good idea. So I've just got one LRS going over here, and then a Bradley CFV going to actually to view the middle with that tow too. So it's a pretty powerful combo, and a second CV for hotel, basically, and an IHawk. So the IHawk goes to here, and I sent the vehicle away so that the supply is just supplying the IHawk instead of resupplying the vehicle's fuel, which just takes up all the supply. Switching to my opponent's deployment, he's actually gone quite light on the town. So if I had gone for the town, I probably could have got it. So he's got one Conquer's car going to here, and then yeah, one infantry and one RPO infantry with a BDRM2 behind. This is just a 40-point KPVT basically with very good optics. It's not bad, but I struggle to fit it in. And then obviously, yeah, his CV sort of starts forwards because he's forward deployment, so he'll get Alpha and Echo. Second CV taking Charlie, Bravo, and presumably up to Foxtrot. A couple more of these UAZ Conquer's cars. A sniper team and a 30mm grenade launcher. So a bit defensive on this side. Two AA helicopters at the back, the Akula. 160 points, 3 vet, 1 availability going over to here, and then the regular one going over to here. So 8th Infantry doesn't really have good anti-helo planes in the same way that, say, 7th Panzer does, or 5th, obviously, 5E. So that's something. You can get an A10 out, but tends not to be too effective. Over on the right here, so we do see an aggressive deployment, so I was right to deploy so many defensive units here. So an anti-tank gun, 2 Iglas, and 2 BMD, 2 Desantno-Shturmovaya. Couple guys going into the town. This one's quite aggressive, so that's a UAZ SPG-9 going over to here. And then, yeah, 1 infantry RPG, 1 infantry RPO. So that about does it for the deployments, and I'll cast it from my perspective because I'm me. Right, so they're off, and everybody's going to where we said they were going to go. And my general strategy for this game was to try and win in mids. But, you know, I think my strategy is kind of a bit dumb. So I know that he's going to attack me in mid, so I need to defend mid, right? But if I'm losing Echo, then presumably I should really try and take Foxtrot. But instead I'm trying to take mid. So not this, you know, it's a bit of a weird strategy. And so yeah, here comes the a helicopter. I don't really have anything for this, and here comes his rush. So I was right to try and defend here, and yeah, until the chaparral gets here, that it's obviously going to be very hard to deal with that, because I can't just buy a Mirage for 145 points and chuck it at it like you can if you're playing 5e. This guy's getting a bit too close. I'm not sure if he's going to make it. But yeah, this LRS by himself obviously struggling to compete with all this forward deployed stuff. So I lose Echo, and I've lost Foxtrot now as well. This guy's coming around here quite successfully. I don't think he's been spotted by this, and I don't think I'll get that CV in time. And then, yeah, so on this side, sort of getting messed up, so I repath the units around to here. And yeah, we see that CV, and we miss with our 65% accuracy TOW2, so, you know, major skill issue. Then he drives behind the house, so that obviously really bad play from me. This UAZ's in a good spot though, and I don't think the scout sees it, although if he keeps shooting empty transports I'm going to find it. So I've deployed here, and then I'm going to try and clean him out on this side. So I've spotted that now, so Cobra comes out, and I'm trying to move that chaparral up to shoot that AA helicopter, but I don't know what's facing me here, so obviously the engineered dragons have to go first. Rangers against BMD2s, you'd expect the Rangers to win. I mean, they are special forces. And then, yeah, I'm going to lose this. So yeah, try and path it, but I wasn't fast enough. The scout brings a minigun, so that can shoot that. Over here, my guys are getting picked off now. And then, yeah, so when we hit the helicopter, because he starts spinning around, he sinks further down, and then we can't get follow-up shots, because then the forest is in the way. And now he's pulling back, so... Yeah, it's a bit weird on the heli stuns. Sometimes it saves you, and sometimes it just gets you killed. Nihilio reinforcing his positions here with some more snipers and another 30mm grenade launcher. These things are really good. They basically suppress an infantry squad immediately. My scout gets tagged by the AA helicopters. And yeah, I'm struggling because obviously if I send the chaparral too far forwards, I know he's still got BMD2s and stuff in here, so yeah, I gotta be careful. So I buy two stingers and one of them gets that second hit that I need and kills that off. So he has spotted the two stingers. And then yeah, over here I'm gonna lose to this obviously with the LRS because snipers do have a minimum range, so if he keeps running at me like that, it's not gonna work out. On this side, you know, I'm trying to take out these BMD2s and stuff. So I buy a Warthog and I think I was using this to try and get these guys. So yeah, we sort of lose visual on that, and then yeah, we get the Akula, try to turn for this, and we get that as well. So that's going well. And the Iglas are all missing, and we get that. And then I decide to keep him in and just hang about. But yeah, this BMD2 is still alive. But we dealt with those two helicopters. Right now, my opponent is +4. So I need a CV. Here's that CV from Hotel Golf. I can now drive that into mid. So dealt with that. The Cobra kills off the BMD2. The auto cannon on this, the Gatling gun, is actually reasonable. Although it's only got 1 pen, which is a bit weird because you know, something like the 20 mils on the Gazelle cannons has 2 pen. So it doesn't make sense to me. To be honest, I'd rather see the Gazelle cannon pen go down by 1 than this go up by 1. But I'm not in charge, so I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, the Cobra gets tagged by the Igla, loses half its health. Remember, these guys only have 8 HP, but this deals 4 damage. So it's an important distinction, because obviously, if this had 10, it would take 3 Igla hits to kill. And when you're at 55% accuracy, you know, it's basically going to be 4 or 5 shots to kill that on a good day. So, finally get this guy back in here, but without controlling the town or the open, I will still be... my opponent will still be on a +2. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on over here. This Igla shouldn't be able to reach that scout. And this CV goes back. So yeah, we're going to buy some AA. And then we're going to try and get in Foxtrot. So CAG PZs are good for that. Military police, they're great until they run out of RCL ammo. At this M67 recoilless rifle, once they run out of that, it becomes quite sad. And yeah, I bought an M1A1 to try and get over here. It's covered by the Bradley, in a way. But Nihilio's got his own T-64B. Hey, helicopter out for Nihilio, probably going to go for the scout. Or he's just flying cab. Combat air patrol. And yeah, given on what's on offer here, if I got this Bradley and just sent it around here, I could have killed all this. Well, maybe not the Desantno-Shturmovaya, definitely not the Desantno-Shturmovaya, but the rest for sure. So this fight's coming in a bit close, but the Eyehawk hasn't been unloaded yet. This one over here has been loaded though, and I've got 2 Stingers and 2 Eyehawks, so, you know, he dies. This scout spotted the Conkers, but you know, these guys can't really shoot back. They do get smoke, but they are just going to start dying. These 2 Iglas are probably going to kill this guy now. He's only got 4 HP, so yeah. If the first one didn't hit, the second one probably would have. And we're pushing back in the town here. Just trying to bring some stuff around to here, see what's going on. So yeah, I need an AA. Mortar out from my opponent, a couple of BMD2s as well. And this is a pretty lethargic push. Like the LRS is cool, but you know, CAG PZ not great by themselves. Only really good in defensive positions where they can get a couple shots off for their price. And yeah, no supply for these guys, so they're taking hits. But you know, this needs to be over here really. This guy needs to be up here. So I bring over some infantry scouts to see what's going on. Keep in mind that these double snipers, they don't get they don't get AT. They do get extremely good recon. And yeah, we lost an M67 over here. On this side, the A-Cav gets hit by the Metis. Goes down. And yeah, we need a CV for Foxtrot because my opponent's still +2. So on this side, I tow against Conkers and I just lose. Sometimes that happens. I think he got the shot off first because... Well, I'm not sure why, but he got the shot off first there. So here, you know, I start moving forwards these kind of PZs. The Metis obviously can kill those. Especially if they all start... They shoot, like, unimportant things. It should really be shooting this. I guess this guy can't see it. But you see how even one of these can be useful at stopping infantry moving across an open field. But they are really a defensive tool, not an offensive one. And we're just starting to print M1A1s here. But yeah, on this side, you know, could really use like a tank or something. And then these snipers will kill this extremely quickly, because with 2 snipers, this guy will just die immediately, especially with that 30mm there. So I move up the Bradley. Over here, we've got an Abrams round to here, but, you know, first thing he does is shoot an empty supply truck. And there's no AA on this side. The IHawk can't really cover that. That needs to be moved up to about here, because these are exposed. And we're being pushed out of the town by Superior Infantry Micro. So yeah, we brought up the CV, but everybody's dead now. Probably could have used this M1A1 here, perhaps. And this Cobra's respawning, and we brought up a mortar to smoke the CV. So yeah, the Bradley's just killing people now, because he can. The only person that can stop that here is this Desantno-Shturmovaya, so that's why he's moving that over. And we've taken a +2 down to even Stevens, once this fills that zone. Spetsnaz, obviously good against infantry. Desantno-Shturmovaya, great against vehicles, because they get 20 pen on the rocket launcher. This LRS is going to get melted by the BMD2s now. And this is, yeah, that's Spetsnaz with Metis. Sorry, yeah, sniper team with the Metis. So I move up the mortar, but I'm not smoking. I'm using it to shoot the BMD2s, which was a strange decision. And now you see the issue with the lack of AA on this side. So he sends over a helicopter, which is what his division is good at. And I don't really have a solution for that. And I have to move this guy back, because without infantry support, I don't know what I'm doing. This hill here is really weird, so, like, I can't shoot that building unless I get round to, like, here or something, because where the building is, it's very odd. I bought Paladin as well, and yeah, we have to get out of here because we can't really compete, and now there's a lot more stuff here than there was before. So yeah, that dies to the UAZ Conkers. They're having a good day today. And yeah, it's tough to fight a tank when you're being shot by a helicopter, so that guy goes down to that. We bring up some additional infantry recon for this side, so we can try again. And then we try attacking here, but yeah, the units are just sort of, you know, not accomplishing much. So yeah, we take the first building, but everybody's sort of dead, so could use some supply. MiG-27 over here going for the Cobra, so that's going to die immediately. And yeah, we've been pushed out this side. This IHawk, I'm going to try and move it up now. And yeah, this guy flies over a lot of AA, so he should be going down, and go down he does. And yeah, so we pushed and now we're getting counter-pushed. And the M1A1 has to get a lot of shots off to make itself cost efficient right now. This guy gets... Oh, he survives. Okay, I thought he died. But yeah, now he's getting hit from both sides, so he's probably going to go down to the RPGs, because he's getting hit from both sides. Needs to smoke him back, really. Not sure what's going on. Not sure if he can even see. Like, what? Alright, so a bit lethargic from me. Should have really got back. And then, yeah, these engineers obviously can't kill these tanks. And then, yeah, he gets side shot when he was trying to reverse there, so he goes down. And, yeah, this helicopter's over here now. We have an IHawk, but that's not the best anti-helo, particularly because you can't really move it. And now, by attacking, we've throwing away our force advantage here, and now the enemy outnumbers us significantly. This mortar's not being used. Got people here, but they can't really help, so I put him here to try and shoot across, but can't really do that. The Bradley might be able to with his toes to hit these T-64Bs. It's because like we can see everything because of these snipers, but can't really kill all this. So that A10 from before is repaired and everything, so I brought that out. And yeah, try and thin the crowd a bit with the Mavericks. So first one misses, second one hits but doesn't kill, third one hits but doesn't kill. So yeah, I should have you know, kept firing, right? Because obviously if they can still shoot, then then it's a waste. You know, might as well have done nothing. And yeah, we're getting pushed out. So then the fourth one gets that, which was a T-64. So that's cool, but then, you know, then he's out of missiles and he's getting hit by all these Iglas. So I'm trying to gun run, but can't see through the smoke. So yeah, it was a successful run, but there's just too much here, really. So the Tow Cobra's brought out now, but can't really see because of the smoke and everything. And then once you get a blob like this, they can stun down a helicopter basically immediately. So I'm just trying to use the gun on it, because, you know, I need it now, right? I don't really have time to wait for it to get the missiles back and all that. So yeah, trying to use a gun, but he just keeps, like, reorientating and stuff. Can't see anything. Tow Cobra, like I said, as soon as they all start shooting at it, it becomes useless. And yeah, any infantry I send up just immediately melts to all 20 million. So I buy another one, which is probably not a good idea. Probably could have used an M1A1 here. Particularly with these tanks being taken out of the fight, one M1A1 would kill all this. But I needed it now, right? So, you know, yeah, we get a lot of things, but yeah, it looks like we're getting loads of kills, but obviously if you lose a zone, you lose the zone, right? And I don't really have anything left on the ground. So got this M1A1, but we don't have any infantry in front of it. And then, yeah, just like right at the end, this guy gets tagged by that missile and goes down. Very sad. And then, yeah, for some reason this guy isn't shooting, he's just like moving. I'm not sure why. This guy was on a fast move order, but this guy wasn't. He was just moving. Started moving. And then we've lost this zone as well. So, opponent on a +6 now. Trying to attack over here, for what it's worth. But yeah, we can't even see this guy, even though... Oh no, we can see him now. Yeah, but the iHawk doesn't have any ammo. So that's going to be a problem. And yeah, might be able to tag that CV. Depends what this guy shoots at. And it goes for the BMD too, so that's a shame. Rangers might be able to get it. Let's see, shall we? Obviously not looking great for me right now, but we are trying to get back in here. We've secured this back zone again. But yeah, then he sent it over here, so the Rangers never got a chance. If he'd just gone forwards a little bit, would have been able to get that, but that's life. And yeah, a 20 pen, you know, on the front arm is not going to do too much. Over on this side, it's sort of happening. But yeah, there's just not enough here, really. And they're quite exposed to air because this iHawk hasn't been resupplied. So we get the CV back in. Buy some mech rifles, which is an interesting decision. And slow the tick down to what it was before, +2. So over here, yeah, the sight lines here are proper weird, man. So yeah, now we can see the tank. So you would assume special forces, special forces, special forces. So, you know, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Special Ed forces. It is what it is. So we send the tank forwards. But now he's sort of dangerously exposed. But I assume there wouldn't be too much back here, and I was right, except for this guy. And yeah, then he gets yeah, he misses his shot as well, so that's fair enough, really. Everybody's missing today. But then, yeah, that T-64 shoots in the back and gets it. So yeah, there is an interesting LOS here. You just got to be aware of that, I guess. Right, from this side it seems reasonable, but from this side, like, so he can see all the way up, but I can't see all the way down. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, at this point, you know, there's nothing can be done, right? I had a CV here to try and put it to +1, but the strategy was very poor. The strategy was very, very poor here. If you concede the town, you need to try and take the other zone, right? You cannot give up both of these and expect to win in the middle, because you just get shot in the sides. As you can see, you know, people get over here, you can see you in the sides. So it's one or the other, really. You need one or the other. You either go for the town anyway, which might have worked, or you go for this. But you got to do one, or you're just going to lose, if you're on the weak side at least. So, GG. Yeah, what can I say? The game's over. You know, this guy's just getting shot by igloos and stuff, and not much to be said. Good game, well played. This was played as part of Emperor Nate's tournament, Warno tournament, and yeah, I lost. Very sad, etc. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Let me know what you think. And yeah, check out those wallets. If you want a wallet, I think they're pretty good.